Hi viewers, welcome to History Lessons in Telugu. Today we are going to discuss about American Revolution short notes. In this session, we discuss about Stamp Act 1765, Boston Tea Party 1773, First Continental Congress, Treaty of Paris. See the first synopsis. Stamp Act. Stamp duties forced by the British government, George Grenville, on newspapers, legal documents, cover to army expenses in America. Britain imposed on colonies. Patrick Henry in Virginia and other personalities like James Otis, they gave slogan, taxation without representation is tyranny. Sons of Liberty, they have fought for against this Stamp Act 1765. Finally, the Stamp Act was repealed. Boston Tea Party. Townshend raised tax on tea glass. In Boston, smuggling activity started. It is the center point at that time. British troops curbs to stop the violence. There is a clash between locals and British troops that led to Boston massacre. For this, they have protested for years. East India Company ships sailed to Boston port. There, the tea was poured into the ocean in the leadership of Samuel Adams, Sons of Liberty. It was occurred in December 16, 1773. They have dumped tea drums in ocean that called as Boston Tea Party, a clash between Britain and American colonies. The First Continental Congress, 1774, pre-Massachusetts, they have from all colonies they have supported to meet First Continental Congress at Philadelphia, September 5, 1774. The declaration and resolves appeal to the king and Britain people. They have declared all acts unconstitutional. Resolution submitted to Britain Parliament. British Parliament finally rejected. American War of Independence began. The end of American War of Independence. It is Treaty of Paris, defeat of British Army, end of American Revolution, the Peace of Paris 1783, Anglo-American Treaty, Britain recognized America, withdrawal of army troops, boundaries of United States was clarified, and loyalties to the Britain they have moved to Canada. These are the synopsis about the Stamp Act, Boston Tea Party, First Continental Congress, and Treaty of Paris. Coming to the description now, see the description. So, the Stamp Act, first one, the Stamp Act about the what has happened in the Stamp Act. The Stamp Act implemented in 1765 by Britain. So, on the newspapers and other the sales of other articles, Stamp Act imposed by the Britain. The Stamp Act in 1765 was passed. Stamp duties were to be paid on newspapers, legal and commercial documents. This was to cover part of the army expenses in America. At the time, Americans were facing financial crisis due to shortage of currency and a post-war economic depression. The Stamp Act Congress, consisting 9 states, held in New York in 1765. To them, taxation without representation was tyranny. The colonies' assemblies protested that Britain's impose on direct taxes was contrary to the fundamental laws and natural rights. Therefore, the colonists had stopped importing British goods, thus causing heavy loss to Britain. This led to the direct action against the Britain. They have organized the Sons of Liberty. It is an organization. James Otis The famous slogan, taxation without representation is tyranny. Then, the British Prime Minister Rockingham repealed the Stamp Act and lowered the molasses duty to 1 penny. This is one of the first success by American colonies against the own motherland, Britain. Now, coming to the other synopsis in this Boston Tea Party. See, the Boston Tea Party. It was occurred in December 16th, 1773. 1773. So, Boston Tea Party. The presence of the customs commissioner led to the violence in Boston. The British government placed army men at Boston to control the colonies. The people protested under Samuel Adams. They were known as Liberty Boys. A confrontation took place between the Liberty Boys and the British troops. A few British soldiers opened fire, which resulted in the death of 5 Americans. Samuel Adams and his followers described this incident as the Boston Massacre. The Boston Massacre roused popular sentiment to a great extent. The Tea Act provoked the colonies to revolution. The monarchists of Boston, New York, Philadelphia organized protest meetings. In December 1773, East India Company tea began to arrive at Boston. The Sons of Liberty and under the leadership of Samuel Adams organized a naval protest. On the evening, December 16th, 1773, they have organized the Boston Tea Party. A mob of 60 disguising themselves as Mohawk Indians boarded the three tea ships. They dumped 45 tons of tea into the sea. This incident has been aptly described as the Boston Tea Party, a party that provided to the courtship. It was the Boston Tea Party which brought on the crisis relations between the colonies and Britain. This is one of the most important thing, the Boston Tea Party. Another another short note, the First Continental Congress. The Continental Congress organized in 1774. The coercive acts of British government directed against Massachusetts raised a suspicion in the minds of colonists that their rights were not safe. All the colonies had decided to unite, support Massachusetts. Led by Samuel Adams, Massachusetts House of Representatives invited the other colonies to send their delegated to a congress to be held in Philadelphia. Philadelphia. The First Continental Congress met at Philadelphia on September 5, 1774. The Carpenter Hall was selected as the meeting place. 56 delegates from all colonies except Georgia attended the Congress. This Congress was a reasonably fair representative of colonial public opinion in 1774. The First Continental Congress adopted the Declaration and Resolves in October 14, 1774. This was an appeal to the king and people of Great Britain. It came close to the dominion concept of colonial status. It stated that Parliament had imposed unjust taxes on the colonies. They were dissolved their assemblies and passed the intolerable acts. The declaration asserted that the colonists were entitled to life, liberty, and property, and to a free, exclusive power of legislative in their several provincial legislatures. So, the First Continental Congress dispersed with a decision to meet again in May 10th, 1775. The petition and declaration of the Congress were subsequently rejected by the Parliament. The Parliament passed a Restraining Act. This is about the First Continental Congress. Next, we will discuss about the Treaty of Paris. The Treaty of Paris. Coming to the Treaty of Paris, it was end of the American War of Independence. Soon after the defeat of British Army, the peace negotiation began. The British feared that the continuance of war might lead to the loss of their Indian colony to the French. The British merchants had suffered heavy losses in the hands of colonial navy. Franklin James John Adams John Jay represented the United States at the Paris peace negotiations. The Anglo-American Treaty was signed on September 3rd, 1783. It was known as the Treaty of Paris. It included the following provisions. The first provisions: Britain recognized the American independence. The boundaries of United States were to be Great Warner on the north, the Mississippi River on the west, 31st parallel on the south. Third point, England acknowledged the America's right to the Newfoundland fisheries. Fourth, British promised to withdraw the troops from American soil. Fifth, the debt to the British merchants were paid by the federal government. The loyalties moved to the Canada. The treaty was ratified by Congress in Parliament on January 14th, 1784. Although the treaty left many important issues unresolved, the treaty must be considered as the greatest triumph in the history of United States America. This is about the Paris Treaty. So, like these historical contents, we will meet again. Today we have discussed Stamp Act 1765, Boston Tea Party, First Continental Congress, and Treaty of Paris. See the synopsis. This is about Stamp Act and Boston Tea Party. This is about First Continental Congress and Treaty of Paris. Thank you.